And the Tar Heels will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
On the dump.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
To the air on first down. Right on the money. After 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Try to get it to the edge. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Using his legs, it's Solomon. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Grab on the back. Touchdown, Huskies. They grab the early lead.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The give to the tailback. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be calling a hot route. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, the physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Huskies. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Making side adjustments here. Jones to throw. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Running to the left. Find some fresh air. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to buy time. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
What a throw on 1st down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Zings it complete to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Jones to throw. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's going to run it. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Jones wants to throw it. Here's the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Offense changing the play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Jones to throw. Scrambling away. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unleashes it. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going right and going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snatches it on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the back. Finds his man. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Washington wants to go quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
That should be the final play of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskies will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the 1st half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Jones to throw. Unloads to the right. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires left. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Snap to the back. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the direct snap, it's Solomon. He'll pitch it. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Wants to throw again. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Jones to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throwing right. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes a connection. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet. But also, what you said is the most important thing. Keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Jones wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. He'll
start this drive firing. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. Punch it out of the air. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. James Madison may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Running to the left. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They go to the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Might be changing the route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
So now it's 2nd and long. Try and play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. To the air on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lets it fly. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. On the ground, it's Cook. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Jones to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice. When you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone, everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a 7th time. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
The defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to